Now, as to the sites which actually represent the cultural complexes, in Balochistan, we have several zones of these village farming cultures with their own distinctive ceramics representing their distinctive cultural complexes. These are actually identified with their geographical locales. For example, from Quetta, we have the most important evidence for the earliest village farming units outside Mehergarh, as I have already told you. Here, the three representative sites in Quetta are Kiligul Muhammad, Dam Sadat, and Kechi Beg. Farther to the north lies the Zob Valley, where we have once more three representative sites known as Rana Ghundai, Periyano Ghundai, and Mughal Ghundai. Farther to the northeast from Zob Valley lies the Loralai Valley, and here we have two very important sites, Sur Jangal and Dabarkot. Farther straight north from the Loralai Valley lies the Bannu Basin. Here we have the earliest site at Laklargai, followed by two more sites at Sheri Khan Tarakai and at Lewan. At all these sites between 5000 and 3200 BCE, we find the gradual emergence of settlements, sedentary life, along with pastoral evidence as well as domestication of plants. We have botanical evidence from Balakot in Lasbela, where flotation technique has provided evidence for the use of legumes, as well as from Sheri Khan Tarakai, we have some botanical evidence for plant use. Mostly the dwellings would consist of wattle and daub mud huts, or sometimes reed was used. Different kinds of burial practices are also evident from different types of cultural complexes. Then we also have evidence for making and use of semi-precious stone beads, bone items as well as stone tools. There is a gradual beginning of the use of copper, very few. The most important evidence comes from Null. There is also the evidence for the use of tin, bronze at some of these sites in very incipient form. Now we are sticking to the discussions on the early farming cultures in this particular unit. So I would like to talk about the early Harappan complexes that has been found in the different parts outside the Balochistan Indus region. In this part, the most important area is probably the Hakra Ghaggar Valley. Here, in the colonial times, Sir Aurel Stein had conducted extensive explorations and he came up with evidence for numerous Harappan village settlement types. In the 1950s, ASI under the leadership of A. Ghosh had conducted series of explorations in the Ghaggar, Drishadvati and Naiwal river systems. These are old beds actually, where he came across numerous sites where the evidence for early Harappan settlement were found. These actually stretched from the region of Bhadra to Anupgarh. In the 1970s, we have the most complex evidence that came from the research of M. R. Mughal. He came across sites of different types of sizes, which actually can be identified as village settlement sites as well as pastoral nomadic camps, as also quite substantial village settlements moving towards probably more complex social spaces. This actually is the region, the heartland of the village farming culture, which would provide probably the life links to the mature Harappan civilization.